Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is episode 2. Alright, so what we're going to talk about is the name change. The name changes. Yeah. Because I've had a few names while working in the music industry for various reasons. I had to change my name and I'm going to go through those. Because some people might think I'm confused, but it's not confused. Branding is important. Images over everything. They don't want us to win, but God did. Check it. Okay, so my first name, as I said in my first video when I started out in the industry, is Futureless. Futureless. Why Futureless? I don't know. I was in Jamaica and that name came about. I just like the way it sounds, and I told myself, so, you know what, Futureless. So I'm like, the future is going to be lost in after me. That was the whole mentality. Yeah. So I decided to call myself Futureless. So when I started out in the industry in the UK, one of the main concerns that I had, or I have, was whenever an MC calling me up to perform on stage, they always get my name wrong. And welcome on stage, Futureless. And then I have to go up there and reintroduce myself. No, it's not Futureless, it's Futureless. 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 Okay? I was part of the Lost crew in Jamaica. Not the one that you know, but when I was in college or high school, me, my brother, and 2 other friends, we all give ourselves the name Lost on the end, which is Futureless is me, you know, and I can't remember their name so long ago. But we call ourselves the Lost crew, right? So that was one of the reasons why I changed my name from Futureless to Fresh P, because I wanted to start up a record label for myself based on how the industry was going. There wasn't no major players who was signing any recording artists at the time except Jetstar, Greensleeve, okay? And for you to get onto Greensleeve is the hardest thing. Greensleeve only want artists from Jamaica. They don't want a UK-based reggae dancer artist. That was which another mind-boggling thing when I'm thinking, what? Okay, cool. So I changed it. I started a label called Fresh Production while I was using Futureless. And then when I decided to change my name, I said, you know what? I like the Fresh P, you know, I can't say Fresh Production because it's too long. So I said, let me call myself Fresh P. Fresh P's, fresh money. You know what I mean? So I started a run by the name by Fresh P. People start gravitating to that name. I end up becoming part of a group, okay, which is called the True Flex Crew. True Flex Crew, you might heard of it. If people know Styler G, they will know True Flex Crew. That's how it started out. Me, Styler G, Stammer Kid, Tall Up, you know, Mr. Spur Cyanide now, you know, Wrong Side, Speak Word, the list goes on, Dan Andre, you know, and all of us was in that, you know, kind of era, running the place at the time. And then, I all of a sudden, I remember going to get booked for a show in Birmingham. And DJ said to me, hey, I like this song, you know. Hey, I want you to perform this song. And I'm like, song, huh? Which song is that? And he said, the song. And I'm like, that's not my song. He said, well, it says Fresh P. I said, that's not my song though. I said, really? I didn't even realize there was somebody else start calling himself Fresh P at that point. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, damn. Wow. So anyway, ignore it. But then it becomes a confusion. When you're branding yourself, you want your brand to stand out. You don't, if you're Mercedes, you don't want another Mercedes. It's only going to be one Mercedes Benz. There can be 2 companies called Mercedes. So it's confused the whole situation. Then all of a sudden another guy from America pop up, call himself something Fresh P. He messages me telling me I should change my name. And I'm like, wow, is this guy for real? How can you come and tell someone who has been using his name for a period of a couple of years to change his name when you just come on the scene? So I sent him back a nicely well done email back. You know, respond back to me. I guess he got the point. Then another Nigerian guy came up by the name of Fresh P. And I was like, wow. Then a Zimbabwean guy came up by the name of Fresh P. with locks also, because I had locks at the time. Now that things make everything confused, because when you go into search into say YouTube, or you go into Apple Music at the time, iTunes at the time, there's a little fresh feed. You don't know which one is you, so no one can find you. You're not going to stand out amongst the crowd. Your music's not going to push unless somebody knows directly the song you sing, then they're going to find you. So I had to change my name. So, but before that, I took a little break from music because I was getting frustrated, where I'm thinking like, I'm putting in some serious work into this music, man. What's going on? Why am I not getting the break that I get? But if you watch my previous video, then you will understand what I'm saying or where I'm going with this. And I'm like, why am I not getting the push? My songs ain't, I'm comparing myself to other artists now. Like, I go perform, I'm getting feedback. Hey, yo, too bad, come off my stage. Man, I knock off your finger. Girl, I come up and say, I love your style. Right. And I'm like, yo, what is going on with me? Why am I not getting the break? Why am I not seeing the light? I'm good, I'm working hard. You know what I mean? I don't sleep. And I just take a break, cut my locks off. I say, alright, and I'm gonna rebrand myself, re-image myself. I didn't change my name at the time. But then I realized there was a lot of GYAL clown out there. Yeah, a lot of GYAL clown. You know, some man, where I look some woman and can't get them. And you have some ladies who are fans who like your talent and like what you do, and they just wanna hang around you. These ladies start to hang around me, start to, you know, they're friends. I got introduced to a lot of ladies because I wanted to perform for ladies. I don't perform for men. Doesn't mean that I don't respect men or I don't like male fans. Yeah, I like male fans, but I was more making music for the ladies. You know, for them to like my style and support my career. And then they didn't like that when they see the ladies are flocking around, so they just start taking sides, they start carrying feelings. I'm not play that youth artist, you know. I'm not playing the song, you know. No, sir. No, I'm not play that boy, you know. And that's what was going on. I ended up at one point where I didn't change my name. If you look at my face, I'm still the same. Without locks, I'm still the same. Because if I have locks and I catch it up with one, I'm going to look like this. If I let it down, I'm going to look the same. My face, this doesn't change. I don't bleach. I don't change straighten my nose. I'm still the same guy. I remember walking into a few venues and I had to reintroduce myself to people. Moment of silence. Yo, I go on a fresh bean on. Oh, fresh bean, man. People acting like they don't know who I am. The same DJs who used to call off my phone say, oh, somebody there. Yeah. The same DJs who used to play my songs on the radio. The same DJs that I create dub plates for. The same DJs that I do jingles for. Same DJs that pretend like they don't know who I am. I'm like, wow, is this what the industry has come to? Man will know you. No matter if you go a beard, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, we can know say you. If you have on a mask, we can know say you, cause cover yourself. We can know you from yourself based on how your face set. No mask now, man sitting here and pretend like they don't know who I am. It's like they wanna boycott me because GYAL clownism. The car on the drive. I'm mad them. They can't understand how I afford it. But I do a 9 to 5. Because if I was relying on the music alone, I would be broke, dead broke. Couldn't look after my family. Got kids to feed. Bills to pay. Yeah. And it becomes a bit stigma, you know, where you're thinking like, why are you being in this industry for so long? You've met these people in studio where they come to do their adverts for their events. You have done your events and you have booked them for your own events. Because I book some of these DJs for my events because I used to host parties, events. So when they pretend like they don't know me, it offended me. Make me feel as if like, what else is going on? What have I done? And as I said to you before, if I done you something, then I'm expecting a retaliation in some sort. But if I haven't done you anything, why are you making me feel as if I have done you something? Okay, so with that name, I'm like, okay, you know what? My uncle said, you know, I could change the name, you know. change the name, because as I said, my uncle is a DJ. So change the name. Don't worry about that. Just rebrand again, because I'm cutting locks off, so I rebrand completely now. And I was contemplating what name to use, and I said, you know what, my surname is Clark. I'm a Clarks. Clark. So I said to myself, let me call myself Clarks. I was gonna say Clark as my surname, but then I said to my Jamaican, we kind of, you know, funny things. We kind of play around with words and sounds and names. So I say, I'm creative. So I say Clarks. Take out the E, put a Z. Clarks. That works. So I start using the right name, Clarks. And even with that, you know what I mean, the same stigma come around where you're not getting the support based on the image. I buy another German car. I just love the big cars. And it becomes another problem also, where, you know, image, people don't like to see you're confident. If you're walking around when you're confident, it creates a problem. It's like people want you to be not confident. You're supposed to be like, oh, yes sir, master, yes sir, yeah. No, I don't kiss people ass. No, I've never been hungry since I know myself as an adult. Because I work. I mentioned that already. I always working 9 to 5 over anything. Yeah. Music ain't paying for me. I'm working, so I'm never hungry, and I'm never gonna look like me a suffer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so the music then becomes a bit funny, where I just couldn't understand what was going on in the industry. I've done so much, tried so much things in the music, worked so hard, recorded so much songs, putting hours, putting time, drive to places all over London for different various studios, meeting various producers, you know, just to break the market. Just to break the market. I know I am talented. Go check it out yourself. Creative too. Go check it out yourself. And on that note, we'll leave this one right here, just like that. But stay tuned for the next one, where we talk about some other things. But everything is about music. I'm just gonna tell it all. Trip.